We extended our unbeaten run to 7 games on Saturday. How are preparations gone for this weekend's game at North Ferriby?
Yeah, really good. Everyone's trained well this week. Again, two good sessions, and delighted to announce as well that we signed Ben Jefford from Forest Green on a 2-year deal. So Ben was also training with us today, and he comes into the squad for the game against North Ferriby.
What have you made of North Ferriby season so far?
Well, I thought they certainly improved. We watched them against Woking. That was the live TV game, and they certainly deserve something from that game. They drew 0-0 with Wrexham as well, and they're not getting beat heavily. It's only been by the odd goal. I think that their manager's looking for them to score more, to take the chances when they come along. But for a side that was come up as runners up in the north, they're going to battle for their lives to make sure they stay in this division.
Who do you think the key players are on North Ferriby's team?
Well, the system that they play, we certainly saw what a good left foot Brogan's got. I like the boy up top as well, wins a lot of the headers for them and the flicks. And I think the two boys in midfield are decent as well. So, it's going to be a tough game there Saturday. We know that, we're prepared for that. And as I said, we get on the train at 11 o'clock at Euston and hope to come back with some points.
You must be pleased with the way we competed against Barrow last Saturday.
It was an excellent game of non-league football. I think if it had been 2-2, everyone would have said that, because it was 0-0. It didn't perhaps get the credit the game deserved. I thought that we had 4 or 5 excellent opportunities, and so did Barrow have 2 or 3. And between us, I think a draw was a fair result, but we felt we could have nicked it.
First clean sheet since the Geyser game must have been a relief as well.
Yeah, well, I think that big back four that we played against Lincoln, and then we played it against Barrow. Certainly works for us, and it's something that we'll be looking at against particular teams that have got that height and power and physicality.
You must have been pleased to have the Collins-Beckwith partnership back, as it's the main centre-back partnership at the club. Yeah,
obviously Simon Down is always in the mix, whether it's at right back or at centre half as well. And Simon keeps certainly Dino and Jamie on their toes. But we try and find a place for Simon when he's fit and when he feels good.
And you mentioned Simon Downer there. It shows how versatile him and Mank are in defence. That's also not the first time they're playing those positions this season.
Simon played a year for us, don't forget, as right back, and he knows that position well enough. Kevin played at left back in the Football League, so he's not phased about playing left back or right back. But obviously it's good to have a natural left footer, I think, in the team.
Ross Stern moving to Eastleigh is another example of how far players have progressed at this club.
Yeah, I think that's Bolanara, Dan Wishart and Ross Stern. There's no disappointment from our side. I think we should use it as a badge of honour. Sterney's done really, really well. Very pleased for him personally, because the move does secure him financially over this next 2 or 3 years. And as we said after the game with him, it's a chance for him to, as I said, secure his family's future. And I think that's really important as well. And for me, Forest Green and Eastleigh are 2 clubs at our level that are pushing hard to get into League 2, and it's a good move for him.
Could Ben Jefford slot straight into the side on Saturday?
Well, he's trained with us today. Obviously, he's someone that we've been looking at for a few weeks, and he's a very, very talented boy. I think he had 2 good years at Welling when we watched him there. He got his move to Forest Green, which shows how well he was doing at Welling. And Mark Cooper's let him come to us, and I'd like to thank Forest Green as well for making the move so easy.
How do you think McAllister and Gomez took their chances in the starting lineup last weekend?
Like I say, it's a big, tough physical game, wasn't it? I thought, everyone for me got a 7 and 8 last week, including those 2. Macca gives us that control at the front, which is important at times. And the main thing with Craig is he's looking fit and he's looking sharp, so that's really good to have him back in the squad.
Are Nicky Bailey and Maxime Biamu in contention for this weekend's game?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, they both trained well today, and as I said, we've got a squad of 18 for Saturday, and it's just a question of picking the side as we go.
And lastly, we certainly found it tricky playing against teams who've been at the bottom end of the National League this season.
Yeah, because there's no difference. I think, if you're 22nd or 6th, I think anyone can still beat anyone in this league. And, you've only got to look at what Southport have done in the last month. They've gone from bottom to virtually mid-table. And when you're travelling 4 to 5 hours to get to places, it's the same when they come to us. It's difficult. And I don't think it's any easy game, so it's probably why we're enjoying this league so much. The other thing that we did this week as well, I feel like we've been here all week at the club. We went and watched the Crew Cheltenham replay and stayed overnight, and then went to Brentford on the Wednesday looking at a couple of players there. So it's been a busy week for me and Birdie, but really looking forward to these next few weeks, which I think are going to be exciting ones for the club.
Paul, thank you very much for talking to SUFCtv, and good luck for Saturday's game at North Ferriby.
Lovely, thanks Tom.